Spectators to leave the arena. There we'll pick up some changes once again from the middle of the ground, just to see who's picking up who, and just about ready for the final term. Well, Matty Collins is starting in the middle for Eastern Suburbs in this final term in the ruck. DeLang having a rest after rucking unchanged in that third term, and he'll do the ruck work against Rod Peacock. Goes up early, gets his left fist to it. Peters gets it down and he follows it on. Shorty runs through, and then loses the football. Buckingham's there, he goes back though. Shorty gives it away to Hunter quickly. His handball, will it find his teammate in Sheehan? It does. Stevenson runs onto it, breaks one tackle, then needs to get a handball away. Buckingham, they've pushed it inside 50, comes out towards O'Leary and McCormack. O'Leary over his head. Where's he kicked it? He's kicked a goal. Oh, great kick, Sean O'Leary. Fantastic effort, and 33 seconds it's taken for Eastern Suburbs to put their first goal on the scoreboard in this final term. And, well, what a way to start. 9-4-58, Eastern Suburbs. Thomson, 11-10-76, Buckley's Entertainment. Final quarter scoreboard.
They're the type of goals that kick, get the side up moving, aren't they, Eric? There's a great snap over his shoulder.
It's exactly what you want to start of the final quarter, Laurie. If you're 24 points down, you get one. It's only 3 goals now, and
well, a good move could be to have Peters the captain in the middle. He certainly would fire them up, I think.
Well, he's had a very good game, Peters. He's been very hard at the ball for a little fella, and now he's done very well.
I thought he just about stuffed it up though.
I think it's probably
lost the footy.
It's also a good move having Collins in there too, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a running, jumping style player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Up against Peacock, who is giving Westhorpe the rest. So a couple of Spring Eel Jacks in the middle instead of the traditional ruckman. He gets it down again on this occasion. Collins goes to Lynch, turns around on his right boot, goes back to centre half forward, but nobody there for the Eagles, and Bradley is able to take a chest mark at centre half back. Goes wide, looking for Fry, gets him, takes the mark. Adam Fry plays on quickly. Wobbly punt kick towards centre wing, getting across there. Gardner takes the mark on the chest. Timmy plays on quickly, goes towards half forward. Sheridan uses the body, got support from Watson. It's close to the boundary line, and seeing it over is Damien Williams. It will be a boundary throw in 55 metres around from Thompson's goal, right in front of the social club here at Richmond Crescent.
Ball, boundary umpire finally arrives, picks the ball up, throws it in. Good work there for Thomson by Peacock. Punches the ball forward, but it comes to Stefanovski. Big torpedo. Almost a fantastic diving mark there to Sheehan. Not taken. Finally comes back to Sheehan. He punches toward the boundary, but Petterwood's the only player there for Thomson. Doesn't know what to do with it. Finally decides to go back, have a kick. And he's gone towards half forward. Up high there was Williams, can't take the mark. Over the top, a handball for Thomson. They go, there's the lead there of McFarlane. He's got a fraction on Hill, but great defence by Hill. Ardo, handball from almost laying on the ground, but it's Eastern Suburbs. They take the ball clear once again, and there's the ball in the centre of the ground. I was watching behind the player. Player went down well behind the player, and the umpire stood and watched it.
Just a bit of
But finally, we've got a ball in dispute on centre wing. Umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Well, Braniff gets the tap. Paddy Burns for Thomson takes it. Finally comes to Braniff again. Kick to centre half forward. At the back, O'Leary. He's got away from his opponent in Wolfenden, and he's going bang on the right, and he has kicked his second in 3 minutes. It's Sean O'Leary for the Eastern Suburbs side, and the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard 3 minutes into the final quarter. 10-4, Eastern Suburbs coming home with a wet sail. 11-10. 76 for Thomson.
Mobile move of the week, I think. Sean up on the forward line. He's a good finisher, Sean.
He is. Yeah. Played full forward there for a while last year and also the year before, so he certainly knows where the goals are. Has kicked 2 goals. It's 12 points of difference, 11-10 playing 10-4, and only 4 minutes gone in this final term.
Another one will put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Oh, jeez. Well, we see Braniff, Shannon, Della Monica, Bradley all moving down.
There's moves everywhere.
The wing, moves everywhere, back in the middle. Peacock, Braniff, in fact, Collins goes up early, goes towards Sheridan, running off. Cal Gray runs off half back, goes to the right, but towards Della Monica. Alfie. Nearly ran on to the Alfie, but gets back now. Will take his half forward, leads on from Camerado. Poor kick though. McCormack needs to get back there and create a contest, but still can't stop Atchison from taking the mark. Was going to handball. Now he's called to play on. Short little kick towards Burns is okay. Takes the mark, uncontested. Short little handball to Wolferton, which is what he's so good at. Wolferton runs through half back, goes to half forward, getting back there. Collins, Peacock up also. Stefanovski comes home with it too, Jacko, and runs with the right foot towards Buckingham at half forward. Goes up, can't take the mark, needs a rover, got one. Troy Sheehan played pretty well on centre wing since he's come onto the ground. Goes towards half forward in front, can't take the mark. That looks like it might be Menzies. In fact, it might be Armstrong. Gets it away, Burns. Slick handball, back to Burns again at half back. Kick wobbly though. Oh, Sheridan can play on, can he? Oh, he has to be quick now. Gets the kick away. Goes long. Camerado out of position. And good punch away by Atchison. Punch through by Armstrong for one behind. Could be a interesting behind later on in the match. And they go to 10-5, 65, Eastern Suburbs. 11-10, 76, Thomson, Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Final quarter scoreboard. Now kick in, great kick in too. Goes towards McCormack and Watson. That's a push in the back. Yes, says the umpire. And it will go to Adrian McCormack at half forward. And Robbie Byrne there with the free kick against him. So coming back to Adrian McCormack now at half forward. Oh, kicks to the space. Camerado, can he make it? No, he can't. Getting back there, Gardner rides a bump. Handball to Burns. He goes off one step with a wobbly punt kick towards the middle. Sheridan up, can take the mark. Adam Sheridan.
He's been a real obstacle, hasn't he, Sheridan, this last quarter? He's hovering around the middle of the ground. He's putting them in attack all the time. Oh, McCormack, pretty ordinary effort, I guess, but the ball's fallen to O'Leary once again. Little left foot chip, but unfortunately chipping in for the Thomson side was Highland, and he's taken the saving mark. And they're under a bit of pressure now, Thomson, so it'll be interesting to see how they can recover this. Highland goes wide to a lead from Peacock. Oh, chest mark dropped by Peacock, but great defensive skills again by the Thomson side. Delamonica charges through, can't take the ball. Wolferton comes down to Delamonica, kicks it back to centre half forward for Eastern Suburbs. Oh, flashing through there. Handball to McCormack, but he went without the ball, unfortunately. Kick off the ground by the Thomson defence. And, well, the ball's in real dispute here at centre half forward for Eastern Suburbs. That almost in the back, would you think? But,
I think so.
Perhaps the umpire had the whistle in the mouth for...
They found another gear, Eastern Suburbs.
Oh, absolutely.
3 quarter time scores in other GDFL games. Bannockburn 11-10, 76. Lead Anarchy 11-8, 74. We'll go through these just as the play goes on. Peters gets the handball back at half forward. Can't get it to his coach in Sheridan though. Burn in there. Gardner tries to break free. Can't do so. Falls to the back of the pack. Watson. Now Wolfen and Nether away if they can tap it on to Shannon. They do so. Shannon can get the handball over the top to Fanning, and they can run now through half forward. Fanning. Stefanovski comes at him. Free kick found. And it's going to come back against Shannon. And Kel Gray is taking the free kick at centre half back. Still, I think it might have been a Shepherd off the play.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Jason.
okay.
Yep.
And Kel Gray will take it at half back. Got Hill, who takes McFarlane down the ground and does well. Andy Hill is on centre wing, a free. Can drive it long to a great kick. That is a great kick. And Buckingham, Andy Hill.
Nearly 50.
And Mark Buckingham has taken the mark at half forward. Will shoot for goal from 50 metres out. So Bannockburn, a 5-goal third term, sees them 2 points in front of Anarchy at 3/4 time. Belmont Lions 12-7-79. They lead to Corio 9-8-62. I could have a front page article on Monday morning if they keep going that way. So 15 points of difference, the Belmont Lions in front of Corio. Buckingham not too confident in himself. He's going to go now from 50 and just pop it up in the square, is he? He wants somebody. Who's he going to get? Nobody for a mark. Who's it going to fall to? Falls through for a rush behind to the Eastern Suburbs side. 10-6-66 the Eagles. And 11-10-76 Thomson. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 9 minutes gone, and it's now back to 10 points of difference.
Armstrong takes a kick in for Thomson. Now the ball comes to half-back flank. Up high in front. Oh, great defensive work by Eastern Suburbs. Keeps the ball in the forward line. There's a terrific handball to Peters. Peters off one step. Oh, he's had a pot shot. What's he done? The goal umpire has moved across and he said, all clear. So it's the first goal of the day to David Peters for the Eastern Suburbs side, and the the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 9 minutes into the final quarter. Eastern Suburbs now 11-6-72. They trail only by 4 points. Thomson 11-10-76.
And I'll tell you why Shorty walked straight to the coach end, because the coach was standing 10 metres out from goal with his arms on his hips going, geez, you better kick this goal, because if you didn't, you should have given it to me. So he was very, very lucky.
Actually, I think we're about to see what Thomson made of.
Yeah,
yes,
I think so.
Very much so.
The last game we have a score from the GDFL as well as Bellpost Hill 16-16, 112. They lead Geelong West 7-10-52. So a good 8-goal third term there by the Panthers sees them in control. Back in the middle now and falls towards Buckingham and Burns in the middle. Stefanovski with the outside of the right boot goes wide towards half forward. Peters leads. Armstrong comes at him. If he can get it over the top to Stevenson there, they were in, but they can't do so. And is it out of bounds? Yes, says the boundary umpire from the Social Club bar. I think he was that far behind.
Oh, I don't know how he'd go that decision.
But he has, and it's out of bounds on half forward southern side of Eastern Suburbs home ground here at Richmond Crescent. The Eagles attacking to that western side, western end in this final term. Highland ripped off the football. And they've manned up the guys in the middle a lot better in this final term, haven't they, Laurie?
Oh, yeah, certainly, yeah. I think they must have listened to us, I think. No, it was fairly obvious that they had to do that.
Ball on half forward flank. Half forward flank umpire in possession. Big pack of players around the ball. Up they go. Ball comes to ground. Nobody able to get a clear breakaway. Finally, it's Thomson through Gann. A little chip to centre wing. Thomson under pressure now, and as Laurie said, we'll see what they're made of. The ball's come to ground. Sheridan picks it up. Oh, the ball ricochets back to Fanning. Fanning sees the lead there from his teammate in Wolfenden, is it? Plays on quickly. Drives the ball to McFarlane at centre half forward. Fantastic mark. In front is Andrew Hill of Eastern Suburbs. Play on. The umpire, well, how do they allow the advantage from a mark? But the ball down back in the centre of the ground. Up high. Oh, well, when you're at the defensive side, you don't try to mark, and it's a great mark there to Stevenson of Eastern Suburbs. Camerotto, the lead's long to the forward pocket, and just beats he and Aitchison over the boundary line. So that was a...
We've seen everything today.
Oh, unbelievable.
Did he pay that a mark at centre half?
I think it had to... Well, I'll give the bumper the benefit of the doubt. It must have been a free kick.
Well, I thought he'd called it back, actually.
He'll have to say it was a free kick anyway now to substantiate that. Ball out of bounds, 35 metres from the behind post. Eastern Suburbs deep in attack. A goal will put them in front. But here goes Gardner with the handball clear. And finally Gann kicks the ball out of the danger area. Menzies dropped the chest mark on centre wing for Thomson. Ball in dispute again. And finally forced over the boundary line between centre wing and half forward flank. 12 minutes final quarter. Thomson 4 points in front.
Boundary throw in half forward for the Eagles. It's going to be Collins up against Peacock. Collins uses his body, then gets the footy from the ruck contest. Left foot kick around the corner. Peters, Gann in front. Peters, good punch away. Good defensive play by the forward line players there.
Yeah, it's good work to keep it in the forward line. They worked hard to do that.
And now it will be a boundary throw in just inside 50 for the Eagles. 11-6 playing 11-10. Thomson still with a 4-point lead. Boundary throw in. Pack develops. The umpire lets play go. Now he'll come in and bounce it. Neither side can get an effective possession away from the pack situation, and we'll now have another boundary. Now the ball up, and getting up Timmy Gardner and Hunter, who is wearing him like a glove. Peacock is there for the Tigers, up against Braniff. Gets it to the back of the pack. Highland, short little kick, get it forward towards Troy Sheehan. Kick back to whence it came's okay. Standing there is Lynch, and takes the grab. About 40 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle, and we watched Damien Williams running straight up the ground, looking for maybe a backdoor inch there somewhere to get a kick and maybe get a goal, but it's going to be Dean Lynch, who's kicked one goal this afternoon, to come in from 40 metres. And I think he might have missed it to the far side for one behind. He has. So 1 goal, 1 for him this afternoon. And Eastern Suburbs go to 11-7-73. They trail Thomson 11-10-76. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 14 minutes gone in this final term.
Be interesting, Laurie, what can Thomson do to recover a bit of poise?
Well, that's right. I'm not sure. You know, they haven't been beat yet, so they can get a bit of the wobbles up, I think.
Yes.
By the way, Suburbs has been in the forward lines 8 times in the 50 against 3 in this quarter.
All of a sudden, all the decisions are going against Thomson. That looked a clear mark to Aitchison, but umpire Newless, Johnny on the spot, he's decreed pushing the back, and it's certainly the marking contest wasn't by Peters, I'm sure. However, Peters of Eastern Suburb drives the ball back inside 50 in front there. Oh, almost took the mark too was Stevenson, but offhands it's over the boundary line. Only 30 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for Eastern Suburbs. Thomson defence under real pressure here. In comes the ball. Braniff up against Peacock. The ball comes to ground. It's Collins. He's thrown it on the left foot and had a pot shot at goal, but he's out of bounds on the full. So the pressure relief for Thomson, albeit temporarily, at the 15-minute mark, final quarter.
So a free kick coming back. Armstrong will pump it back in full of Tigers, last line of defence. And kicks across the mark towards Steve Ardo, who was standing there for a fortnight and got him anyway. Now the run on Gann. Which way is it going to bounce? Okay for Mick Gann. Peters makes up a bit of ground, still gets his kick away. Mahiris takes the mark, Stefanovski, and runs away. Now Nick Mahiris has got one out, or poor kick off the boot though, getting back there. Gray rides the bump from McFarlane, does well. Poor kick Mahiris, turn over to the Eagles. Kick out wide, Watson, the old guard, the experienced boys. Oh, runs away, Watto, if you don't mind. Takes the ball back inboard towards the centre of the ground, but Fry takes the mark, runs away, gets around the tackle and goes towards half forward. It's okay, the kick and the turnover back to the Thomson Tigers, and they find Rod Peacock at half forward. Social Club half forward flank side. Now Rod Peacock, McFarlane and Mahiris give him a lead, so he puts in that direction. Mahiris casts good.
Back him, wouldn't you? In that,
oh, yes.
You'd back him in that situation. He's a strong mark.
Buckingham standing in front, Stefanovski coming from behind, Mahiris in the middle, and he took the grip. But it might be...
They need a goal, Laurie, don't they?
I think they just certainly do, Eric, but I think he might be a tad too far out to kick this one.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think you might be right, Laurie. But we said that 2 weeks ago against about Christian Highland, he popped it straight through the middle.
I just noticed there before, Eric, the Thomson Tigers were all up in the Eastern Suburbs forward line. It makes it difficult to kick goals in. They run it down.
Isn't that the new trend in footy? You pack back line and you run forward.
Yeah, but you've still got to kick goals.
That's right. Mahiris ran very close to the man on the mark. The ball's going to land in the goal square. In front is Hill. Takes a strong defensive... Is it Hill?
Yep.
Takes a strong defensive mark. He's been a great defender. Clears the ball for Eastern Suburbs out to the 50-metre line. Paddy Burns punches it back forward. Ball comes off hands. Oh, Mahiris, he's got another chance. He's closer this time. He's only 25 metres out. He's had a pot shot at goal. The umpire's moved across. What's he going to do? It is a goal. And that's one that was desperately needed for the Thomson side. Mahiris had his second opportunity. In fact, in the final quarter, the first score for the Thomson side. And the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard now at 17 minutes in final quarter. 12-10, 82 at Thomson. They've snuck a little bit away from Eastern Suburbs, 11-7, 73. And as we said, Laurie desperately needed that one.
Yes, I just might just tell the tide, I guess, Eric. I guess this will sort Thomson out. You know, when you get a bit of a fright when you haven't been beaten, and 4 points, it's pretty close.
Great handball by Highland inboard to see Mahiris too. Great peripheral vision. We know from Shell Stadium that Hawthorn has won by 2 points, 14-16 to Geelong, 14-14. So Hawthorn winners by 2 points at Shell Stadium. The Tigers are still in front here at Richmond Crescent, as coming off the wing and getting poleaxed was Craig Wolfenden. No free kick, says the umpire. It will be a ball up once again in the middle. And Sheridan has just moved, as Eric's pointed to me, deep into attack in the forward pocket next to Camerotto. As a big thump away by Peacock. Collins in the middle. Gray comes from half back. Played a pretty good last term, Cal Gray. Kicks it to himself, Alan Woodman style, and plays on quickly. Hunter ripped off the footy by Wolfenden. Loses the footy though. Watson, DeLang's there over the top. Burn gives it back to Burns, and Burns goes high. Mahiris, Stefanovski. Collins goes up, punches down only as far as Tim Gardner. Can he run away from Williams? No, he can't, but he gets his handball away to Fanning. Handball chopped off by Stefanovski. Does well to Jacko, and his handball back to Collins. They can settle and drive it long to the middle. Coming out McCormack, and that's a free kick. No, not forthcoming towards Fry. Comes at it. Fry again. Doesn't kick the footy off the ground. McCormack tried to play for a push in the back. I think didn't get it. And it will be a ball up. Still in the middle. We've been playing 19 minutes in this final term.
A couple of errors under pressure there, Laurie, in front of us.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Adam Sheridan going up the forward line. I think that could be a good move there if they can get the ball up quickly.
Oh, true.
Collins up at Peacock. Collins gets it down with his left fist towards Fry. Collins back there again and tries to break through. Can't do so. The ball, just as Rod Peacock got the kick away, umpire says it's mine. Back in the middle for a third bounce in the middle.
Both these sides are pretty desperate for 4 points, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a great game. Gee.
Certainly is.
Ball, umpire Neelis waiting to recover the ball. We've been going 9.5 minutes in the final quarter. 9 points the difference. Umpire Neelis near the centre circle. Up it goes. Peacock gets beaten by DeLang on that occasion, but fell to Wolfen. And Wolfen, little left foot chip to centre half forward. Oh, ran into real trouble. Williams there for Eastern Suburbs, but here's Hill, gets him out of trouble, clears the ball wide, and it's a mark on centre wing to Buckingham. Buckingham plays on quickly. Kicks to centre half forward. In good position. No, nobody able to take the mark. Comes down to Fry, I think, for Thomson. Gets the ball to Highland. Great tackle from well, yes, he probably well, I'd have taken it off Buckingham for that. That's ridiculous, rubbing his face into the ground. He was probably stunned by the first tackle, Laurie. I think he had no chance of getting rid of the ball.
Yeah,
but
it was a silly thing to do, really. He could have lost that ball quite easily.
Yeah, the ball goes for Eastern Suburbs. It's gone out of bounds on half forward flank, so back within the range of the scoring area for Eastern Suburbs.
Throw in now, DeLang down there with the Peacock. Boundary umpire now. Throws it in. DeLang in front. Oh, he tries soccer style to go out of mid-air with the right boot. Now, quick little kick by Fry. Not out though. Watson gets a shepherd, half a shepherd by DeLang. Oh, Pat Burns, great smother.
That's certainly North Shore stuff, that.
And it will be a boundary throw in once again.
In the context of the game, that's a top smother.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
And another throw in. This time a bit further around towards centre wing. DeLang in front, gets it down towards Peters and Watson. Watson and the experienced players for Eastern Suburbs just seem to be standing up a little bit here, just trying to get them back in the game. Peters and Watson have seen plenty of the ball, as has Kel in this final term. Boundary throw in again. Peacock in front this time to Burns. On hands and knees, Paddy tries to get it out, shuffle it out. It's slow motion footy in there at the moment. Gann breaks away, goes on that familiar left boot towards half forward. Mahiris and Stefanovski. Mahiris leads Stefanovski in the race of the footy. Gets away from Stefanovski as well. Got the footy away, Mahiris on the boundary line, right on the boundary. In fact, he could have nearly been out there as he got his left foot kick away towards full forward. Goes towards Gray and Shannon. Gray backs himself and in front. Does he, Cal? Yes, he does. Could it sit for him? Yes. He runs away. He's got Buckingham on centre wing. Foot race. He and Wolfenden. Who's it going to score? Buckingham. Does it sit for him? Yes, it does. He wants to get back onto his right boot. Good tackle by Wolfenden. Got the handball away. Burns. Stevenson coming at it as well. Burns on hand and knee. Got one high. And we'll take a free kick at half-back. Pat Burns.
He made sure he locked it in, Laurie, didn't he? If there was ever going to be a free kick, it had to go to Burns.
Yes. I think that, you know, I could see Sheridan there sticking out there waiting for a big long kick, but didn't quite eventuate.
Well, Pat's getting up a bit properly here from that contest.
It was a pretty solid whack by it was. And if Gray ever any doubt about his leg, I tell you what, he stretched out on that occasion, running away from the defensive area.
And Burns just on his haunches there. The free kick will be taken by Armstrong, which is a fair replacement, I think, because Sabali can certainly kick a footy, which he has, to half forward. Coming at it, Peacock. Oh, big pack develops over the back. Gardner rides the bump from Fanning, his teammate. Bradley taps it on quickly to Menzies. Gets the kick away. Now it's 2-on-2. Who's going to get it? Shannon. Hill coming at him. Great tackle. Oh, Delamonica. Oh, he's left it for McFarlane, who doesn't usually miss and hasn't. And has kicked a goal. His fourth, and that could be enough. 13-10-88 Thomson. They lead Eastern Suburbs 11-7-73 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. 23.5 minutes gone, and
I've got to feel a little bit for Andrew Hill. He did everything right. It wasn't his fault. He's actually played quite well there, and you know, that's the story of the game, isn't it? He turns around and dobs it and looks bad.
That's part of the luck of footy, though, isn't it, Laurie? You don't know how they're going to bounce because of the shape of the ball, and that's what makes our game so glorious.
Yeah, that's why we enjoy it so much.
Yep. Ball back in the centre of the ground with the umpire. 15 points the difference in Thomson's favour. DeLang doesn't get the ball clear. It's good work in there by Highland. Now Gardner gets a handball clear, but it's Hunter for Eastern Suburbs who takes it, kicks check side into half-forward eye, in front Armstrong. No free kick from the umpire. Ball comes to ground. Thomson working hard through Fry. They're forcing the ball toward the boundary. They'll be pretty happy to find the boundary on most occasions now, but Eastern Suburbs get clear, and I think Trevor Tucker failed to mark that kick in the coach's box. He just parried it over the top like the goalkeeper. So the ball out of bounds, just adjacent to the reserves box for the Thomson team. Half forward flank for on the southern side of Richmond Crescent here. Adam Sheridan directing traffic. Ball comes in. DeLang, just good body work against Peacock. Ball comes to ground. Paddy Burns recovered somewhat, but went without the ball. Highland at the bottom of the pack. Oh, great tackling. The umpire's allowing it to flow, and that's not a bad thing at this point in the game. Comes down to Sheridan. Unfortunately, he's outrun there by Armstrong of Thomson. Finally, the ball comes back to Bradley. It is of Thomson, but his kick is marked on half-forward flank, and that's by Sheehan. He's taken some fine marks today. He's gone for the barrel and hasn't come off too well. It has landed in the safe arms of Adam Sheridan at centre half forward, and well, in bygone years, Laurie, this was bread and butter for Adam Sheridan. Can he kick the goal?
I think so. It's a cap. He needs this one.
45 metres out. Adam Sheridan moves in on the right foot. I tell you what, the goal umpire is heading a long way across, but what's he going to signal? All clear, one goal. And in fact, that's the first goal for the day for Adam Sheridan, and couldn't have come at a more opportune time for Eastern Suburbs. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, 25 and a half minutes into the final quarter. Eastern Suburbs 12-7, 79. They trail Thomson 13-10, 88.
I don't believe it. I actually think I've picked a good match of the day for once.
Absolutely.
Jeez, it's only taken me 4 rounds in 4 years, but that's all right.
But how often the local derbies are normal classic games?
Big crowd still here at Richmond Crescent too, watching the final 4 or 5 minutes of this game. We've been playing 26 minutes back in the middle. Next centre breakaway is very important. Peacock to Lang. Peacock secondary thump towards Burns. Oh, over the shoulder, Paddy. Yes, he did too.
Well, he's probably still got him over the shoulder.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he got up with the with Shorty Peters over his shoulder. Burns plays on quickly, goes with the right boot towards centre half forward. From behind McFarlane, coming at it. Wolfenden. McFarlane again loses the footy. Now he's got some support. Oh, Menzies had his head ripped off. Plays on quickly. I don't think he kicks the goal, so it will come back to Dale Menzies.
It was good battling by McFarlane, Laurie, wasn't it? You don't have to see a full forward prepared to work that hard to keep the ball up there.
No, it was good work.
Now, you know these fellas, Jace, Dale Menzies, prolific goal kicker through the years.
Yeah, much better on the run though, Dale Menzies, than a set shot, I would think. But now that I've said that, he'll pop it straight through the middle. But yes,
at 27 minutes, a goal now would just about be the icing.
Yeah, used to be a backman, but certainly made himself into a fluent goal-kicking forward, and is directly in front from 40 metres out, and wobbles it. And I told you he was much better on the run. One behind.
He's backman, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, backman, exactly. So one behind to Dale Menzies. They go to 13-11-89, Thomson. And Eastern Suburbs 12-7-79, 10 points of difference. Andy Hill kicks in. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. Kick into the outer side, half back flank. Handball to Sheehan. Can run on. He's got Hunter in the middle. He probably should have nearly looked for him, but Gardner's over there again. Lynch coming off half back. Gann. Handball back towards Menzies. Kick around the corner. Looking for Fanning. Can stand there into the mark, and he does so. And at half forward, Daniel Fanning. Oh, plays on now. Gets around Williams, goes to the right boot. Good kick for distance to McFarlane and Hill, one out. Both get a hand to it. Back towards Andy Hill, close to the boundary line. And we want to see it over now, I would think, under pressure. He does. And I know he's had 4 goals kicked on him, but he's played a pretty fair game at fullback.
He's played a great game.
He's played a great game. I think the only hope Suburbs have got, they've got to get that ball up quickly. They had the opportunity over there and didn't finish it off properly.
Ball thrown in. It's in the attacking area for Thomson. There's a little chip forward, and running into the ball there was Peacock. Moved extremely well, Peacock, to make ground to get to that. And it was a fairly sensible kick from who was that? Just
Christian
a little,
Holland, I think.
Yeah, a little left foot chip, basically to the space. And you know, Peacock, he's probably a bit more agile in a straight line than DeLang, and moved very, very well. So Peacock now 25 metres out. Almost no angle at all. We're right behind the kick. off the boot. It's curved back beautifully right through the centre of the big sticks. Rod Peacock second for the day. And
I think that's good night.
That's probably the one, Laurie, because at now 29 minutes in the final quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, Thomson 14-11-95, lead Eastern Suburbs 12-7-79.
Peacock's kicked 2 goals this afternoon, has played a varied position. The ruck, centre half forward, centre half back, everywhere.
He's a handy player.
He certainly is.
Yeah, takes a good grab and
doesn't mind standing in front of a pack either.
And he can play anywhere around the grounds, which is great.
Exactly. 29 minutes gone in the last term, and it's back in the middle. DeLang goes up and getting it down again. Peacock, Mahiris taps it on. Collins off half back, was going to go right, then went left, and goes now towards the lead of Stevenson. It's okay, and Stevenson takes the mark. Just inside the centre wing, turns around, goes quickly towards Hunter. Play on at all costs now, the Eagles, I think. Hunter gets back onto his right boot, round towards McCormack. Can't take it with him. Camarado can't either. Then gets it again. Then gets surrounded by Thomson players, and it will be a ball up 40 metres out from the Eagles' goal.
Laurie, Collins, number 12 recent, very classy player, but perhaps doesn't do enough.
Well, actually, Eric, I was thinking that myself. In the course of the game today, he hasn't bobbed up as much as I probably would have thought. When Jason said his credentials for the game, I expected to see a lot more of it.
He certainly looked better in the ruck, I thought, in the third term when he filled in for DeLang. Got him running on the ball.
What he does is good, like his skills, but I just wonder whether he does enough for a bloke of that much skill.
DeLang and also Peacock, ruck contest out of side centre wing. Comes back towards Peacock, free kick over the shoulder. It's going to be advantage paid, is it? No, it's not, says the umpire. It has to come back, and it will go to Mick Gann on the defensive side of centre wing, southern side of Richmond Crescent. It's now 14-11 playing 12-7, 95 playing 79, towards centre half forward. Hold on there by Stefanovski against Stefanovski on Mahiris.
He's been a handy player today too.
Yes, Nick Mahiris. We saw him in half back a fortnight ago. He's played.
I think he looks a more polished player at half back somehow when he's running straight.
Goes in now, lead on, and Gray takes the mark. Kel Gray had a very good second half. Can go wide to Hill, but elects to go further afield towards McCormack at centre wing, and does well. Wants to play on quickly, give it to Stefanovski. Does so. His short little pass towards Lynch. I'll give him that, but it wasn't really. He was tackled. Fry is there. Turnover back towards Wolfenden and Watson. Oh, Wolfer. He's finished up with the footy. Plays on quickly. Goes to the right boot. The lead's on from Shannon, but filling the hole and taking the mark is Williams. And he's had a pretty good day too.
Yes, he's done well there.
Damien Williams goes short to Collins at centre half back. Plays on quickly now. Wants to go towards centre half forward. Sheridan one out with Bradley. Sheridan uses the body.
Yes.
Can't take the slips catch. Bradley on hands and knees. There is the siren. And full time at Richmond Crescent. And it is Eastern Suburbs, unfortunately, 12-7-79 for them. They have gone down to Thomson 14-11-95 in a highly entertaining match this afternoon at Richmond Crescent. In that final term, Thomson managed 3 goals 1, while Eastern Suburbs managed 4 goals 3 to make the final margin 16 points at full time. And goal scorers in this match for Thomson: Christian McFarlane kicked 4, Luke Shannon, Rod Peacock and Robbie Byrne kicked 2 each. Singles to Craig Wolfenden, to Dave McKernan, also to Steve Ardo and to Nick Mahiris, while for the Eastern Suburbs side, 3 to Paul Camarado, 2 to Sean O'Leary, and singles to Mark Buckingham, Troy Sheehan, John Stefanovski, David Peters, Dean Lynch, Morris Stevenson and Adam Sheridan.